This is a color pencil I'm using, right? It's a Faber-Castell polychromes, and they are very sharp. I like them because they are hard, and they permit me to make sharp lines without having to sharpen the pencil a lot. So this is a polychrome color pencil, polychromos Faber-Castell. I'm using, this is India red, which is a dark red, natural earth red, and this is just black and blue. But you know, I like it because you could use charcoal, right, as you mentioned in your post, but I like the color pencil because it doesn't smudge much, and it stays sharper for longer, and is more practical for this kind of work. Oh, unless you mean this drawing here. This drawing here, yes. This drawing here is charcoal and chalk on tone paper, and specifically, let me show you. I'm using this. This is Wolf's Carbon, which I like very much because it's a very high quality compressed charcoal sticks. Right? This is compressed charcoal stick, and what I do, let me show you what I do right with this. Right, when I need to sharpen them, I take a knife and I shave off a lot of this. Actually, you might not be able to see. Let me do this now. I shave a lot of this, right? Get a lot of a free charcoal, the lead of charcoal here. Careful, just my knife is not sharp enough anymore because you need to have always very sharp knife because if it's not sharp enough, you need to push harder, and you risk to break the lead, right, the charcoal. And the sharpening charcoal will dull the knife very quickly. Right? So now I'm going to try to create a long tapered line, like point like this, right? Then, see, even this would have to be somehow, the wood will have to somehow follow the tapering of the lead, the free lead, right? Okay, so now I take this, right? And then you can do it like this, or you can do it like this, right? This is fast, but it puts off pressure on the charcoal. You might break it easily. So what I do, I feel funny doing this, so I like to do it like this, reverse, like this. It's in between. See that? It's not perpendicular, not parallel. It's just at an angle. And as I do this, right, I also rotate this, the pencil, so I have a conical tip, right? This, you need to have a long conical tip. And sandpaper is good. You can take a block of wood and tape some sandpaper or staple some sandpaper to it. You're gonna save money. Longer, right? And then what you do, take a little bit of paper towel and then take off the extra dust. And you end up with a point, right? It's a little bit longer, right? A little bit sharper. It should be very regularly conical, right? As again, I turn this as you go up and down. Then this, right? Now you can use this for your drawing, and actually, let me show you two different ways of. If you don't mind this quick detour on the charcoal, right? I have just finished working on this work here like this, right? In this case here, let me show you the marks. See that all these marks are tiny little marks. They can be first very blocked in quickly, but then here I go over this with a little bit more of a accurate, deliberate layering, and with a fine long point like this, you can really get a lot of little minimal tonal variations, right? Here or here, and this one's a little bit more, a little bit smoother, right? But you can see the little strokes here and there, right? And when, as your corners are large, right? When the drawing is at a distance, it has a little bit of a vibration because of this little brush stroke, right? Sorry, brush stroke, pencil stroke. So in this case, in here, the paper, this paper here is Fabriano Ingres. Ingres is spelled like this. And it has a little bit of a texture. See that here, like that. I don't know if you see the lines, see that, the lines here, which is very minimal, and it helps you to see that those lines in there, right? This line here like this, right? Those are the lines of the paper. And they give you a minimal order to these lines here like this. But so this is charcoal and white chalk on tone paper. So when we, because we have the eye here, when we now draw an eye, for example, right, or any other part of the facial feature, if we know how these parts of the body, the eye, are structured, we can even omit some, right? So I know that, see that I have 1, 2, 3. See that here, 1, 2, 3, and that is short and this is long, right? And in this case, the corners are more or less on the same level. Maybe this is slightly higher. So I can build the structure like this, very light in initial marking of the drawing, like when I would do this kind of work right here, like this, very structural lines. When I then go over it with the value, I can hide some because I know that I have a good structure to work with. And even if I hide some part of the structure of the face or the eye and whatnot, the eye will still look good. So you're going to be ready to sacrifice this. So this work here is very important to capture the solidity, the three-dimensionality of the form. And this will make us understand also why I have, as I was showing again here, a light value here, an intermediate and a darker here, that permits me to create a sense of turning of the form, three-dimensionality. And all these values are going to be coherent with each other because, so the light, right, the light is the form, will hit always with a certain value, a plane that are oriented similarly toward the light. So now light, right, dark, light, dark, etc., etc.